D 1111. Thank you guys so much for being a part of our Diamond Star Seed family, y'all. Thank you guys for taking time to hit the like button on the way in, as well as subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you can know when I upload. If you feel led to, you want to join our Diamond Star Seed family, right? So, what I just wanted to know what y'all need to know today. And y'all, I got all types of different messages, but what I really feel is beautiful because I mixed two different of the graffiti decks together, her first volume and her second volume. And the first card out that came was Bright Future. So this is, this is God wanting to reassure you guys that um you have more than a bright future ahead of you. You are very loved. You're loved by the angels that have been giving charge over you. You're loved by, people that meet you, people that watch you in some type of capacity. Even though y'all might, of course, you're going to have haters, but you have way more people that are rooting you on than you do have of haters. Does that make sense? Like somebody here, I feel like your spiritual team really wants you to know that. Okay. Get Grand Rising Ty King, Grand Rising Ahood, Amanda. What's going on, Faith? So what I'm seeing here, y'all, is that's beautiful. I mean, look at all these different colors. That means that you guys are multifaceted. There is something about you guys continuously praying, meditating, balancing your chakras. Somebody here could, in fact, be an energy healer or a Reiki healer. Or there's something about someone needing to continue movement with their body to help with the circulation. Um, there's something about stagnation. Somebody has felt very stagnant, and I feel like what the divine wants you to know is that there are things that are changing. Okay, so things are changing for the better. So somebody really needs to hear that. Yeah, because I feel like of course when isolation reversed, the first thing I got when I see this card was somebody wants y'all to braid that ass, braid that ass, braid that ass back. They really do, man. And I'm laughing because this is a hermit reverse. So some of you guys, this can talk about, this can go either way, right? This could talk about the fact that maybe there is somebody that disappeared, right? Or you had a separation with somebody. And now they're feeling remote and alone, deserted. They could have rejected you. Maybe they're feeling rejected and they're sad and they want to come out of that and they want to come back around to you. For others of you, this is the energy of someone that has been avoiding their inner healing and they're being forced by the divine to make some form of transformation. So that's one of the main things that I'm getting from this message is like if it's not you, there's someone else in your energy that's connected to you where they're being forced into some type of spiritual revolution. Like the divine is trying to show them that the way you've been moving in your life, the way that your everyday habits and behaviors, like something needs to change. Okay. And I feel like someone is resisting that change. And for a lot of you, it has to do, Grand Rising Beverly, it has to do with somebody's, I was about to say mantras, but it has to really do with what somebody is telling themselves every day. It has to do with the fact, I believe that they said the statistic is that 77% of what we think about this day is the same thing as what we thought about yesterday. That is a statistic, okay, give or take, when it comes to that. And y'all, I love analytics and I love statistics. So what I'm seeing here is someone has been resisting this, but the divine is like, no, this is the time. Okay, we are in the days of collection. We are in, some might even consider it the last days, right? Like we're not gonna sugarcoat nothing around here. So it's time for someone to have a significant transformations in their beliefs, right? In their visions or on a conscious or individual or societal level. It is time for somebody to tap into who they were called to be. And I feel like somebody's been resisting that change. Okay. Maybe somebody thought it was not fun, for them to not be able to go out there and screw around with multiple people and have one night stands, right? Maybe they felt like, it made them feel like the man, or it made them feel like the woman to be able to seduce different people, or it made them feel like the man to sit around and boast to their friends about how many intimate partners they've had and all the different positions that they've done. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I've been reading the mind of different people's friend groups. Okay, while I'm up in this reading, bragging. And I'm going to tell you this right here. If there's been any man that has been bragging about being with a large amount of women, okay, they friends are not impressed by that. Matter of fact, their friends, okay, they guy friends, because I'm picking up on a guy energy, they're disgusted actually. Like they're listening to somebody's body count and they are disgusted. They're like, man, like in their mind, they're thinking that's not a flex. You know what I'm saying? Like in their mind, they're thinking, shit, that means that you a walking you know what I'm saying? You need some hazmat gear. Like for real though. I feel like yeah, I just got to call it as I see it, man. I'm just trying to show you that something is not funny anymore. It's not. You know, someone here also with romantic sabotage, it says someone is letting their unresolved personal issues or fear of intimacy, okay, outside involvement, actions that undermine connection. So, you know, a lot of times when people have a lot of different friends with benefit situations or they're continuously, you know, cheating on their partners, it shows that they have unresolved trauma. It shows that they are not willing to compromise and have a long-term connection and an emotionally intelligent connection with someone. So they are literally just going from person to person and place to place. And the divine wants someone to spiritually evolve to the point where something drastic is happening, because we got the tower out here. Okay. Something drastic is happening within someone's life to force them into changing. And they don't want to. They don't want to. Sometimes the tower is an ego death. Right? Let's just keep it real. So what I'm seeing is there's someone that used to sabotage their connections. They're not laughing anymore. It's not funny anymore. For them to have unchanged behavior, to be unaltered and living in the past, it's not cute anymore, right? It's not something to look up to. It's not something that inspires people. It's not something people want to hear about. To go out there and love bomb different people, okay, or bippity bop and do the damn most, that's not hot, right? So somebody here is being forced into some type of spiritual revelation, and they're not really liking that. Okay, maybe somebody liked the fact that they could be a perro, okay, a perro pendejo of the year, right? They like the fact that they could touch and go with different energies, right? And try to keep their moves silent and get away with it. And now somebody has realized that get great. Like, you know what? The divine is like, no, you're gonna learn this lesson today. With the high priest or the high priestess here, for some of you guys, there is somebody that has not taken action towards you. Maybe they were thinking about entertaining another party, or they have been entertaining another party. For some of you guys, it's the energy that you are being guided to protect your energy and protect your body, because it's already letting you know that until you know who all somebody else has been dealing with and what they've been doing, you need to protect your vessel. Okay? Because even if you really love somebody here, you don't have time to be going out sad. Right? That's just facts. And I feel like somebody is realizing that they're not really fulfilled with all these different energies that they were out there connecting with on the side anyways. For some of you, they felt like, okay, well, in the meantime, you know, since the collective, you know, me and them are not talking or not hanging out or not doing this and this and that, you know, then I'm going to go in this other direction. And they're seeing that not working out for them, because the divine is like, no, you're going to learn this lesson today. Okay. Maybe you had a back and forth with somebody, or they could have had this going on in their life where somebody was in a connection where someone was not taking accountability. Grand Rising in Hawaii, aloha, right? Someone avoiding responsibility, playing the victim. They want to protect their reputation at all costs. They want to take it to the motherfucking grave. I promise I didn't touch that person. I promise, you know, I was just kicking it with my boys. Or I promise I'm not, you know, messing around with my friend. Like someone here, they wanted to do the most. Okay. They want to play innocent. And the divine is like, no, guess what? Someone's very intuitive with the high priest or the high priestess. Okay. So number one, they're freaked out because they're like, damn, how is it that you know that? Did somebody tell you that? How is it that you know what I've been doing? For others of you, it's the fact that their behavior just tells on itself. It says unintentional revelation discloses something private inadvertently, unexpected or spontaneous response. So now somebody is just like, okay, well, shit. You know, I feel exposed. Y'all have people out here feeling exposed. Or maybe you've been looking at your relationship patterns and it's been exposing to you what it is that you truly still need to heal and have better boundaries in, right? Because we're not just going to talk about the other person. We're also going to take accountability and say, hey, you know what? I should have had better boundaries with that person. Hey, you know what? I should have ensured that, I didn't just take that person at their word and inspected what I expect. Does that make sense? You have to inspect what you expect. And y'all some bosses. I mean, I see the emperor and the empress out on the board. I see the king of swords and the queen of swords. I see the king of cups and the queen of cups, which means, okay, that whoever I am talking to that's clicked on this video, you, listen, you have a lot going for yourself. You have so much going for yourself. And I'm talking about spiritually, physically, okay? You just do. So it would behoove you to inspect what you expect from a partner. You can't, these are the days where you can't just be do right, really thinking somebody is only talking to you on their phone, and really thinking that somebody, when they consistently are not coming home, thinking that they really just working or they really just hanging out with their boys. Like, you really have to inspect what you expect. And I will tell you one thing, if somebody has nothing to hide and they haven't been cheating, they haven't been doing nothing, then they shouldn't have a problem when it comes to the phone. They shouldn't. Because if you got a problem when it comes to the phone, that means you've been doing some shit you shouldn't be doing. Or if you acting weird and shit when your friends is around, it's like, damn, you hitting your friends? You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody here, they feel exposed. But guess what? It's not just for them to feel ashamed or to feel guilty about their past behavior all the time to the point where they get depressed. It's the fact that after that tower, okay, comes the star card, which is healing, which is faith. It is saying that even when something is broken down, it can be rebuilt, right? On a better foundation. So God is trying to help somebody break down the parts of themselves and their life and the people that are around them, let that stuff go to rubble so that they can rebuild, so they can be rebuilt in a better fashion. Because I feel like someone will be rewarded for making these changes that they've been avoiding making. It says Coronation Day, increase in status, glow up, recognition, popular attention. See, the angels go to and fro. They're not impressed by all the accolades and the titles and all of the frou-frou things that a lot of different people in the world are impressed with. The angels are not impressed with that. Let's be very clear. God is not impressed with that. He cares about somebody's heart and their behavior behind closed doors, as well as their behavior when they out and about. Someone should be transparent across the board. And I feel like somebody was used to having secret parts of their life that they could just, do this behind someone's back and, and play the victim and play a role. And now they're seeing they can't do that. They know they can't do that with y'all. I feel like someone had to learn the hard way. Because a lot of y'all, somebody is a walking tower moment with that tower card. For instance, I will tell you this. When people come my way, I'm just like, oh, great. This is about to be a blessing. This is about to be a lesson. Because, depending upon who you go towards, baby, will determine how that lesson is going to be. And when people come towards me on bullshit, I promise you that'll be a lesson they never forget. And I don't even have to do nothing, right? That is the angels that are appointed towards me that God will utilize for him to carry out his vengeance. Because it says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I don't even have to do nothing. Grand Rising, Nikki, welcome in. You really don't even have to do nothing, because your spiritual beings will move on your behalf, because they see people plotting in the shadows. They see people trying to get away with different things, trying to make you look like a fool out in the streets, messing with God knows who, just straight riffraff. I'm like, damn, where that bitch blow through from? You know what I'm saying? Like, where you get that hoe? You feel me? Man, I promise you. I'm at the point right now where shit, fuck that shit. I don't even got to be right next to your phone. I can look inside my mind and I can see what the fuck is going on in your Instagram DMs and your Facebook Messenger right now. And I am bored. I promise you that happened recently, man. I just be bored. I'm like, man, this is the shit that you be telling these bitches, man. Miss me with that. You know what I'm saying? I just be laughing. I just be laughing because when you're getting to know different people, right? There's always the love bomb phase where they trying to tell you what they feel that you want to hear, half the shit they talking about, where they went to school, what they doing for a living. Somebody not really giving a fuck about that, right? Because let's be honest, and people have to keep it real with themselves. There's a lot of different people, women for the most part, they're thinking about a connection with somebody and growing a connection, or there's some women that are thinking about what money they gonna get from somebody. We're gonna keep it real here. And there's some men that are looking for a connection when they meet people, and there's other men that are thinking, I really don't give a fuck about where you went to school, okay, what your career is. I hope you got a job so that you're not taking my money. I'm just trying to get in between your legs. Like, we're gonna keep it real around here, right? Grand Rising, Nikita. So, at the end of the day, I feel like there's somebody that is great at that initial phase. That's why I said that's when that download I got last night about somebody trying to go after their next victim. See, people get nervous when they're dealing with high priests and high priestesses because they know that you already know them. Does that make sense? They feel like you know how they move. So they want to try to go out there and get them a new victim, okay? Where they can sit around and hide who they really are, right? The Ace of Wands and the Ace of Wands reverse, this is a situation that starts fast and ends even faster, okay? So somebody is used to those type of connections, or they're used to having the door open to have a revolving friends with benefits situation, or they're used to having someone concrete loving their ass on the side while they out there being a player, a playette, in whatever zip code that they land in. And that's a no. So the divine is saying, listen, you were meant for more than that. You're going to catch some shit you can't get rid of if you continue, okay? You don't even know who it is you're exchanging your sacral energy. It's time for you to do better. And I feel like somebody has been resisting that change. They really have. This is someone that wants a loving partner, but they're not moving out of love with their partners. So now I feel like what happened is some type of third party situation or something someone was trying to entertain didn't quite go the way that they wanted it to. That's what I'm seeing here. This didn't go the way that they wanted it to. So now they're being forced to reflect and keep to themselves and gain enlightenment. And in reality, at the end of the day, what somebody really should be trying to partner together with is somebody that truly loves them. So now somebody's thinking, oh, damn, well, you know what? I guess I need to work on myself, love myself, be with somebody that actually loves me. Shit, that means I might have to apologize. Damn, that means I might have to actually open up about my emotions. Yeah, it does. For some of you, it's the fact that there's someone that struggles in their partnerships or their relationships because they feel like they can just do their thing and the other person should just accept it, or they feel like it's too much work to be in a relationship, so that's why they like to have a lot of one night stands or friends with benefits situations. Guess what? It does take work to be in a relationship, but it is a sign of an emperor to be able to be in a relationship and be faithful and monogamous and honest and loyal. It is a sign of an empress to be able to do that. If you feel like a relationship is too much work, then you don't need an emperor or an empress. What you're going to get is a Knight of Wands or a Knight of Cups, probably in reverse. Or you're going to get maybe a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Someone to just take all your money. A King of Wands in reverse. Somebody that's going to tell you that they down for you and they're going to be out sleeping around. Like, it takes a higher level of being and self-control, okay? Because the Emperor is a 4. Let's be clear. The Emperor is a 4. The Empress is a 3. Growth and expansion, right? Solid foundation. You cannot prove that you can have a solid foundation if you cannot be committed to something. And for some of you, someone here is great when it comes to their work, baby. They committed there. When it comes to getting the money, now for some of you, I don't know. Maybe they are a gold digger and they're committed to getting somebody else's money. Shit, I don't know. But for a lot of you, what I'm seeing here with the Emperor and the 8 of Pentacles is this is somebody that is committed to their job. However it is they go about getting money, you got to eat, right? Money calls, you got to answer that shit. So somebody is there for that. They will make the necessary adjustments when it comes to that. But God is trying to show someone that you also have to make those adjustments when it comes to your partnerships. You have to meet someone halfway. You can't just expect to turn someone on and off like a light switch and think that you're going to be happy. And somebody is not happy. That's why the Nine of Pentacles is at a cross. And we got old boy here. Boy, I promise you, he started a motherfucking show. Him and his hairline, baby. Okay? And this could be a feminine or a masculine. It's just the picture. All I'm saying, though, is that somebody here, they're not satisfied. For some of you, it's the fact that they're not really satisfied with themselves, with their own life choices. So they're like, well, you know what? I'm not really happy being single. I'm not really happy being in a relationship. And that's why the death card is here. What's up, Tina and Tarot? You know I'm going to talk about, oh boy. Yeah, the death card, because somebody has to transform. For some of you, it's as simple as somebody really needs to look in the mirror at themselves and say, you know what? I've had enough, right? I've got to change. I have got to change my environment, the people that I'm hanging out with. I have got to change the way that I'm thinking so negatively all day long, right? I have got to stop playing the victim and still talking about shit from 5 months, 10 months, 3 years, 5 years ago. I've got to transform and become a better person. And for a lot of you, somebody has been avoiding doing that. They've been thinking about it. But with this Knight of Wands here, someone gives into temptation. So now somebody is mad that they have to change their player or playhead ways or gold digging ways, or they have to change their immature ways or unenlightened ways. Somebody here has to change. And the Eight of Cups is a cross. For some of you, they're going to make that change. And they are going to evolve and walk away from the things that they know that they should not, be entertaining, or the mindsets that they need to let go of. They're going to work towards that. For others of you, okay, they shoulder deep up in some shit. And they don't feel like they can walk away from something yet. For some of you, could even have to deal with something illegal that somebody's been doing. Right? Moving along. I feel like there's a lot of rewards that comes when somebody does decide to make that change. And let me tell you what they are. This is beautiful, y'all. This is the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Man, put some money bags in the chat. For some of you, these are new money deals, right? New investors for your business, if that's what you need. For some of you, this is a new relationship. For some of you, this is a new job. For some of you, this is like, man, this is unexpected gifts. Someone here is very intelligent and someone knows how to put the work in, okay? And someone has the Midas touch, but I feel like someone here needs to realize, especially if it's a work situation, because for some of you, I'm picking up on a work situation. This is not for everybody, but if somebody was hired into a company underneath false pretenses and it's not really what they expected, and let's say they just started that job within the past couple of months or so, it's something fairly new, I feel like it's about time for you to utilize your skills and go to another job. That's for somebody here. I'm not talking about, that's very specific for somebody because they could be thinking about letting you go anyways. Okay. So that was very specific for someone. For others of you, this is just talking about the fact that everything that you've been given from the divine, it's about to grow. That's what it's here for. It's about to grow. Somebody here wants to speak their truth about a partnership, but they already know that you're not going to be entertaining that Ace of Wands reverse. You're not going to be entertaining that Three of Cups reverse, somebody that just wants to party all the time or somebody that wants you to be a third party. They already know that what you're wanting to know is actual facts. That's Aquarian energy with the Ace of Swords. That talks about victory and success. Ace of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. For a lot of you guys, this is saying, if you know better, then do better. If you know better, then date better. or it's saying it to somebody else in your energy, because somebody here is like, I promise you, there's a whole lot more that they would be accomplishing if they just change their mindset, change the people that they've been dating while they've been away from y'all, for some of you, or if they would change their living arrangements, right? The people that they're spending time with on a daily basis. God would be throwing blessings at somebody left and right if they could just get out of the approval of others and step into who they were called to be. Like, just period. So what I'm seeing here with the pay, somebody wants to communicate. They want to have an honest conversation. They want to get something off the ground. Some of you guys are in a position where you have people scouting you out, and they're thinking about collaborations or making deals with you. For others of you, this could be some type of contract that you're signing. Okay, of course, make sure you read the fine print. I always got to say that. We have the King of Cups here. So somebody wants to communicate. We have the Queen of Cups over here. Now we got the King of Cups. I feel like somebody here, they were not really giving their all to a situation. That's why his back is faced here. Whether it's a feminine or masculine energy, somebody was not giving all of their emotions. They just were not. And now somebody is being guided to work on that and to change that, because clearly someone does have emotions here for the King of Cups to be in the upright and the Queen of Cups to be in the upright. That means that there is in fact love and emotions in a situation. Okay, it does. So there's just someone here. It could be as simple that someone needs to speak on their emotions, right? Things are easier to do for some people than other people. You know, sometimes people have a hard time saying I love you. Sometimes people have a hard time saying, hey, you know what? Like, I want, it just to be us. Like, I want this to be serious, right? Grand Rising Candace, right? Grand Rising Lilin, like, people have a hard time saying that. For others of you, this is the type of person where maybe they're not going to come off grip with their emotions, but they're like, okay, my love language is buying gifts, so I'm gonna buy you this bracelet or this ring, and I'm gonna start calling you my girl, and that's what it's gonna be, right? Because maybe someone has a hard time saying their emotions. I feel like there's someone that's being called to transform. For some of you, someone is great at saying their emotions when they're love bombing somebody. So they could be like, oh, I love you, baby. You know what I'm saying? All that bullshit when they love bombing somebody. But when it comes to the fact that they really done fell in love with somebody, then all of a sudden they nervous. Okay. Someone definitely could be dealing with someone that has a certain form of avoidant attachment style for some of you. Okay. So, not I hope they keep the receipt, Lord. Anyway, so with the Emperor and the Eight of Coins, wow, and the Hierophant, y'all, this is letting you know here that, especially if this is career, y'all have a lot of blessings coming. The eight of coins means that you are a master at something. Okay, it really means that you are, number one, you guys are masterpieces, your works of art, but this means that you put that work in and that dedication to whatever it is that you do. Okay, you go above and beyond. People probably come to y'all for advice. People probably look up to y'all. Maybe you're pioneers in a field, or maybe, you just have started somewhere and they just, there's just something about people really feeling like they can learn a lot from you with the Hierophant. For others of you, what I'm seeing here is that there's somebody that wants to work on a relationship with you, okay? But they know they need a level up to do that. And they've been indecisive about whether or not they're going to do that or not, or they've been having insecurities about whether they can do that. But I feel like that's somebody that wants to do that. For some of you, it's just a simple fact, as in somebody was indecisive between two different people, or someone wasn't sure of whether or not they wanted to be dating anybody at all, or whether or not they wanted, or if they wanted to be single, right, or in a relationship or dating. So somebody here is figuring that shit out. But they clearly see your worth and your value, though, with the Emperor and the Empress being here. You see what I'm saying? And you guys have matches here, because I saw like I said, the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, the King of Cups, Queen of Cups. It's like you have matches here. You have soulmates. It's like if somebody here, if they don't want to go through that transformation, then you got new, right? But I know one thing, someone needs to make sure they're being honest with their intentions with these new people that they are coming into contact with. And if that's not something you have to worry about, then someone else in your energy sure as hell needs to. Okay, because we got the Tower, we got the Seven of Swords reversed, we have the Justice card. Okay, so someone wants to make something right. Someone could have been avoidant, okay, or they could have been deceptive or lying or cheating or just trying to just avoid communication or the truth altogether. Someone's going through some type of bad karma, okay? They need to make something right. So someone feels like a situation, they were unfair in a situation, and they want to make that right. They want to balance the scales, because realistically, with the Two of Cups, somebody truly does really love somebody. Okay, or somebody has fell in love with somebody, or somebody really wants to work on a partnership with you, even if there's no titles for whatever the hell it is you have going on. And the Ten of Cups, this is somebody that feels like, I mean, they find it to be emotionally fulfilling being around you here. So somebody knows that they have to come correct. Now, I will be honest here. If somebody has some ex-spouses or baby mamas or baby dads from hell up in the damn mix, I don't know who the fuck these people are. But baby, when I say love don't live here anymore, okay? Somebody is done with Carmisha or Quan. Like, they just had enough. So we got the King of Swords here, the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. I feel like somebody hates that they have to be cordial and deal with somebody, especially if it's an ex-spouse. If it's an ex-spouse. But I feel like they try it. Okay, they gonna have to keep on trying, because I feel like they dealing with somebody that could be narcissistic or likes to play mind games, and no matter what the hell they do, somebody got some shit to say, right? It's like the type of energy of somebody, like my ex-husband, I had to let him know. I'm like, you know what? Can we establish these set visitation times? Because I don't need you just popping up on me and stalking, harassing, and lingering and just creeping me the fuck out. You feel me? Like, I don't need that shit in my life. You know, I already went through that when I was married with your ass. You was stalking the fuck out of me. But now that I am free, and I've been free, and I'm divorced, it's like, man, just let me be. So maybe y'all could be having a similar situation like that when it comes towards people that you know, co-parenting with or whatever. I feel like somebody here could be working that out. For others of you, somebody here might have to pay for a divorce attorney, or somebody might need to pay for something with legalities. Someone actually could work in law enforcement here as well, too, with the King of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. Someone could work for the government. I just heard nurse. Somebody could be like working in a hospital. Okay. So anyways, what I'm seeing with the King of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, so somebody wants to communicate, they want to collaborate, they want to have growth and expansion here. With the Five of Swords here, someone could be feeling defeated or insecure, okay? But they're feeling burdened about a situation. Someone could be feeling burdened about a move, or somebody is feeling burdened about some type of transition, but it's a transition that needs to happen. If you had a group of people that were working together against you simultaneously, just know Archangel Michael has redirected whatever they've tried to do to work against you or somebody else in your energy, because those people were trying to win at all costs, and every single thing that they've tried to do has been returned right back to them, and they're doing the same thing every day and expecting different results, and that's a no, or for whenever they're doing whatever they're doing. Okay, so that's for somebody. So we have victory and success here with the Six of Wands. We have the Three of Wands here, the Sun card. Woo, damn, if somebody don't got significant Leo in their chart, what it is. Okay, we got Aries, Sag here. Oh my God, somebody is stressed and pressed with that Nine of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Queen of Swords. Wow, I feel like y'all just want to be happy with somebody. You bring a lot of happiness to somebody, okay? One or both of you could somehow be in the public eye, or you just get a lot of success and recognition, typically, in your community, or when whatever you do, you just do it really well. I feel like you guys have overcome a lot of different battles. Somebody is waiting for somebody to tell the truth or to show up, or what is this? Like, yeah, somebody could be waiting for communication. Somebody could be mad about blocked communication with the Seven of Wands, or someone is realizing that they're tired of worrying about fighting for a connection when somebody has already shown who they are. So what I am seeing here is that somebody is manifesting here. Whatever someone is manifesting that is of a high vibration in alignment with the Most High God, I feel they will in fact get. There could be somebody that is deciding to cut off a situation because they feel this person, they're not satisfied with just an empress or an emperor. They want love from the village, and they're like, okay, you just put on airs, right? Everybody wants to gas you up and make it seem like you something, okay? Because you are great when it comes to your work or other areas of your life, but behind closed doors, doors, you a motherfucking monster. So because you a monster behind motherfucking closed doors, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to get away from your ass. So that's for somebody here. Okay. But overall, this is positive though. The Sun card, the Six of Wands, the Three of Wands, that means that there is something coming in for y'all. And with the Three of Wands, it's before the Four of Wands. And then we have the Four of Wands here. So there's something, a blessing that's on its way for you, and it's just not here yet. For some of you, it could be a remodel going well on a home. It could be a new home. For some of you, it's a new relationship. You know, Tanisha, shit, it is what it is. What's up, girl? Yeah, for a lot of you here, there could be somebody that's moving or wants to move, or there's some type of, like I told you, there's a shift or a change in someone's home. And when I say home, I'm talking about their vessel, I'm talking about their body. So God is trying to shift someone's perspective to change their actions that they do that impact their vessel, which is their actual physical body, and being more selective with the partners that they date or the foods that they eat, right? Or what they consume on a daily basis. Someone's going to be blessed with, for some of you, this could be a reunion. For others of you, it's a new relationship. Whatever this is here, somebody is going to be blessed when they go through these changes. You see what I'm saying? For some of you, it's as simple as somebody not sure whether or not they're going to break off an engagement or whether or not they're going to get a divorce. But for some of you, they are. For others of you, they still lost in the motherfucking sauce. So just take it as it resonates. I mean, the Nine of Wands, damn, does love have to feel like a battlefield? The Nine of Wands and the Ace of Cups, by the time you get that damn Ace of Cups, baby, does she look happy? Come on, man. Oh my God. Like somebody over here. And you know what? I can understand. Like, this is somebody that's really persevered for the people that they've loved. I mean, they really have rode for the people that they've loved. And I get that. You know, my North Node is in Aries. I got Aries all over my chart. And I got a lot of Taurus too and other placements. But what I can say is, you know, Aries energy is, what is that? That's Mars, right? That's war. So in my mind, Taurus energy is Venus, and that's love. So with me, people get either love or war. It's like, take it or leave it. Like, I don't do the middle ground. So if you loving me, you show that you loving me. If you my enemy, expect war. It's simple as that. Because I was here, and that's why I am here, to help prepare people for these spiritual and these physical wars that we have that are going on and will continue to be going on in the future. Right? Ultimately, every single day, the main thing that I'm telling people throughout the day that I meet in person and online, I'm the same across the board, is about us making changes so that we can enter the heavenly realm as opposed to the hell realm. That is my calling. That's what I'm here to do. To help people so that they can make these transitions so that they can go to heaven. Because I don't want not one more person going to the hell realm if they don't have to. Because that's how much I love human beings. Not everybody has that heart. Not everybody has that calling. But that's mine. So moving along, we have the Ace of Cups. And someone's just like, oh my God, does the collective love me? Do they still love me? Are they really done with me for good? I was so immature. I was playing games. I wasn't thinking about them when I hurt them. And I really don't want to lose them with the Ace of Cups. But somebody is madder than a motherfucker with the Knight of Swords reversed. Baby, somebody could be abusive too. I'm going to tell you right now, the Knight of Swords reversed and the Ten of Swords, don't take that person back. That is somebody that will beat your motherfucking ass. Okay? I don't give a fuck if they say they love you or not. Nobody should be putting their hands on somebody like that. So that's a motherfucking no. Okay? Because this is somebody here that is mentally unstable. For them to be put in, I'm seeing images right now of what the hell someone's been doing. Multiple people. No, don't take that situation back. Yeah. Anyways, you guys are moving forward with victory and success. And there is somebody that is not for everybody has dealing with someone that abusive. But for a lot of you, it's just a simple fact that someone's wondering, okay, do you still care about them? Is it really over? Can you have a new beginning? Some of you are ready for new love. We have 3 aces here. If you want it, is there. Make sure that they're honest and that they are protective of their vessel as you are. Okay, see them health test results. Man, we ain't playing them games around here. That's why I'm so glad I've spent most of the past 3 years I have spent being abstinent. Matter of fact, my daughter is 3. and it's 9 months to make a baby. So for the past 4 years, I've spent most of that time abstinent, and I am so glad, especially when I saw those statistics for the people out where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be playing around with everybody, baby. So yeah, overall energy is the Empress. Woo, somebody want another second chance with the Judgment card. They want to make something right. They kind of freaked out by you. They kind of spooked out. They feel like you can see straight through them. But some of you, they feel like you out of reach. They're hoping it's not over. For some of you, they're realizing that they want to be with you until the end of time. That's for some of you. That sounds cheesy and cliche, but that's what I got. For others of you, you really do freak this person out, but they keep going back to you. They keep thinking about you. Okay? This is somebody here that finds you to be very sexy, very charismatic, very intelligent. They want to get close to you. Okay? Two of Wands, they feel like you looking in another direction because they took too damn long to figure out what it was that they were digging for in life. Okay? This is somebody that's always trying to dig for gold. Like they always either focused on themselves, money, or trivial things. And I feel like it's time for them to change their destiny, but changing their focus and go through this transformation. And that's coming in for someone. How do they feel? You're the only one that they see in their mind. It don't matter who the hell else they've been dealing with. Someone feels, even though you're not with me, love for you grows every day. My love for you grows every day. It says the flashbacks I have about us are intense. Someone feels empty without you. They've been taking time to find themselves again, or they need to. Yeah, there's a lot of cap here. It says, I can't keep pretending that I'm okay without you. Yeah, they've been trying. They've been putting on airs. It says, I became numb because I refused to take accountability for my behavior. And that's what they're being forced to address now. It says, I keep dreaming about us together. Watching you move on is killing me, but I want what is best for you. For some of you, they're at that level. For others of you, they don't want what's best for you. They want you to fuck somebody up if you move it along to somebody else. Just know that. You know your person. It says, you're everything I want and need, and I loved you more than I let on. Yeah, somebody here was really an actor, man. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Put me some hearts and put me some roses down in the comments of the video. Love you guys. Namaste.